Welcome alongside on Central Illinois Sports for tonight's broadcast of high school volleyball action live from Volleyball Gymnasium in Pittsfield as the 4 and 7 Pittsfield Sockies play host to the 3 and 6 North Greene Ladies Spartans. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Hull. John Hull is alongside as well. Glad you've joined us for volleyball action on Central Illinois Sports. Live streaming games across the area for you right here on YouTube. And we invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, so you can keep up to date with everything going on throughout this part of the state in sports. Volleyball action as the Ladies Sockies are looking to win here on Thursday of homecoming week for Pittsfield. They're playing North Greene tonight, a little bit of an earlier start than normal, as they do have some homecoming festivities later this evening that they'll be taking care of. And so much appreciation to North Greene for obliging and starting a little bit earlier this evening. We'll recap how these teams have done against their schedules so far on the season. We'll also preview the matchup tonight as the Ladies Sockies and the Ladies Spartans go head-to-head. Glad you're alongside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Great Rivers Bank, the City of Pittsfield, Fellowship of Christian Athletes of West Central Illinois, Best Systems Insulators, Trash Queen, Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, Cascom, Illini Fitness, Pike County Real Estate, Niebuhr Funeral Home, Geared Up, State Farm Insurance Agent Rod Prentice, Mid-USA Landscaping, Lanham Chiropractic, Illini Community Hospital, John Petty & Sons Customs Builders, Gianni's Pizza, Abney Home Improvement, Bowler's Universe, Steve Smith Painting, and Real Net and Twine, along with the Pike County Express. Thanks to all of our sponsors for helping make tonight's broadcast possible. A break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Back with you after this.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Welcome to the City of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the City of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The City of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Western Illinois FCA offers many opportunities to show Jesus Christ to the coaches, teachers, and athletes in our area. This is Jack Hull, along with Todd Sweatman, our director, and Julie Ross from the Quincy area. I am an area ambassador for Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we would like to show you how you can start a small group huddle at your school on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. Just give us a call at 217-473-5151 or 217-370-2008, or go to Western ILFCA for more information. That's westernilfca.org for more information. Our next home team banquet will be on September 22nd at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday at Hamilton's Catering in Jacksonville. Go to westernilfca.org for more information. Isaac Bruce from the Rams will be our speaker. Join us for FCA of Western Illinois.
Glad you're with us on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports from Volleyball Gymnasium in Pittsfield for tonight's high school volleyball contest. North Greene is 3 and 6 on the season. They started off their year with 3 losses in a row before they've kind of found some traction. They lost in 2 games to Brussels back on the 5th of September, lost to West Central in 2 games and Carrollton in 2 games, along with a loss to a very good Triopia team in 2 games. Then they actually have won 3 of their last 5 contests. They beat ISD in a 2-1 score back on the 19th, then fell to Lincolnwood 2-0, lost to Valmeyer in the New Berlin Tourney 2-1, beat Greenview 2-0, and then most recently on the 23rd, they were winners over Meridosha Chambersburg 2-1. The Ladies Sockies on the year are 4 and 7. They lost 4 contests in a row to start their season. A 2-0 loss to Southeastern, a 2-0 loss to Calhoun, a 2-0 loss to Carrollton, a 2-0 loss to Illini West. Then they got back-to-back wins at Griggsville Perry 2-0 and at Brussels 2-0. Lost to West Central 2-0, to Brown County 2-0, to Camp Point Central 2-1 before winning 2 in a row this week. A game at Pleasant Hill 2-1 and a game here against Western in a 2-1 win as well. So two teams who are looking to get their win side a little bit higher than it has been so far this season. And, of course, Pittsfield had a 20-plus win campaign last year. This North Greene squad is a pretty young team overall, John, just 2 seniors and a good junior class. And for Coach Kyla Williamson, some pretty good-looking athletes out there. And, of course, Pittsfield has a good group of athletes as well. So I think we're going to see a good matchup here tonight.
Yeah, Carly, should be a really good game, and we'll hope for some exciting action here.
Good crowd on hand here at Volleyball Gym, and they'll come in as the night draws a little closer to the start of this contest. Good student section here at Pittsfield to support the ladies hockey squad. And then, of course, they'll head out to Glenn C. Smith Field for the homecoming Queen coronation. I believe that's scheduled to start at, 7:30 or 8 o'clock?
7:30 was what they had on the big board out front, Carly, while I was waiting for you. I saw that.
I bet you they won't start without some of these young ladies who are participating in the contest here tonight, though. So we invite you out to Glenn C. Smith Field tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow night, as the Pittsfield Sockeye football team will play host to New Berlin in a game you can watch right here on Central Illinois Sports, or better yet, just come out to Glenn C. Smith Field and watch the contest for yourself. Thanks to Great Rivers Bank, as always, for being our pregame sponsor. Applying for a loan has never been easier. Log on to greatriversbank.bank and find out really just how easy it can be. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. We'll pause for a break on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll talk more about the matchup as the ladies Sockies are going head-to-head with North Greene Lady Spartans on Central Illinois Sports.
Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Just like that, the kids are back in school, the summer's over, and we're back to doing homework in the evenings with our wonderful children. Nothing makes this scenario more magical than having a reliable internet connection to get all the homework complete, followed by everyone off to baths and bed. So after that dream is over and the kids are finally doing their homework, make sure you have a strong internet connection. Call Cascom today at 1-800-252-1799.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. The Pittsfield Lady Sockies, the North Greene Lady Spartans going head-to-head here this evening. And, John, some keys for the Lady Sockies so far this season. One of their bugaboos has been simply getting that serve over the net.
Yeah, Charlie, and when you give away that many points to the other team, and you're literally just giving them to them, it's hard to win some games. But hopefully they will be better at that tonight.
You know, it is one of those things that you can really kind of dominate if you have someone who's a specialist on the serving side. You take a look at the programs that have been very, very good consistently in this area, and there's definitely a few that stand out. Payson Seymour being one of them. Southeastern most years very, very good on the volleyball side. And then, of course, Quincy Notre Dame seems to be there very consistently winning just a ton of games.
Yeah, Charlie, they really are probably the cream of the crop in our area for sure. Jacksonville High School was that for a long time with Larry Sample there, but I think they've been a little down since he's left. But, definitely Quincy High has had some very good teams also along the way. And, I feel like those programs are always very very sound in just getting the fundamentals, get the ball over the net to start it. And then, again, as I said in the break, Charlie, the key is get the ball over the net on the other side, have it hit the floor on the other side of the net, right?
I think for a lot of people, they come and maybe they'll watch a volleyball game kind of casually, and they'll say, that it doesn't look like maybe there's a ton of strategy, but I think they're mistaken, John. There's a lot that goes into a team preparing. There's a lot of different ways you can position the players, who's going to be in the front, who's going to be in the back line, who's going to handle your serves. When they introduced the libero that can sub in at basically any time.
And at any position.
And at any position in the contest. That changed the game a little bit when they changed now several years ago to the scoring system they're in now. That really made things a little more exciting because literally on each and every time you're going to see points scored.
Yeah, and that's it did certainly make it a more exciting game in the rally scoring system as opposed to the old scoring system where you only scored on a serve.
According to IHSA.org, postseason success for these two programs, it's been a while. The 88-89 season was the last regional for North Greene, and for Pittsfield was the 99-2000 season where they actually won the regional and the sectional that year, but neither has claimed any kind of hardware in the postseason since that point. And you'd like to hope that both these programs, maybe a regional not very far away. We've had some teams have some great success on the postseason volleyball court over the last several years. We know Quincy Notre Dame, as we talked about earlier, is heavily favored. Payson Seymour, West Prairie, not very far away, had a couple of seasons back-to-back where they finished fairly highly.
Liberty had a couple of seasons there where they were very good.
Yeah, so it kind of goes in cycles, but Pittsfield on the postseason side, it's much like you see in a lot of the other sports since they've gone to 4-class. You see a lot of the Auburns, Rivertons, Pleasant Plains, those kind of folks, John. So you head more towards that Springfield area.
You get to draw from an area that has a lot of people in it, Charlie, and you're the small school. A lot of the times you can draw those people that want to have their kids go to a small town education, but be near where they work, and that works to the advantage of those teams for sure. This Pittsfield team did play for a regional championship last year, though, Charlie. I believe against Auburn, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's right. I could be wrong, though. That feels right to me. I was here and watched the game, but the Sakis won the first game and then were defeated the next two to bow out on the season. But as you said, they did have a very successful season last year and looking to build on that this year.
We're on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We will see the Saki Anthem singers in just a few moments as they'll have the national anthem courtside here at Volleyball Gymnasium. A little bit of a lighter crowd than we've seen over time here, as I think folks are probably not used to the earlier start time. As we told you, the Queen coronation taking place this evening. That is the reasoning for the earlier start here tonight in this contest. And we'll hang tight here and remind you about the Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. The anthem singers, under the direction of James Felpash, will have our Star Spangled Banner here in just a moment, as PA announcer Noah Gay will welcome everyone here tonight to Volleyball Gym. As we just kind of wait for that to occur.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pittsfield High School. Tonight's game features the visiting North Greene Phoenix Spartans and your hometown Pittsfield Suckers. At this time, we
Nice job by the Saki Anthem Singers with the Star Spangled Banner here this evening. We're just about ready to get this contest underway. Starting lineups brought to you in part by Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon at 285-4404. For North Greene, their lineup tonight will be at setter, a junior. That is Paris Baker. Also in the starting lineup tonight will be a sophomore. An outside hitter, that's Jenna Barnard. A junior, Cassie Edwards, playing the middle position tonight. At the outside hitter is another sophomore, Sammy Poe. The senior outside hitter is Hannah Sittens. And then in the middle, in the back, will be a senior in Tori Smith. So we told you a very young squad, John, just 2 seniors on the team.
Yeah, definitely a very young squad there, Charlie. And tell us about the Saki starters now.
Well, the Saki's head coach is Jill Cook. Stephanie Steele is an assistant, and they'll start Josie Marable. Josie Marable stands 5'5" and is a senior. Also in the starting lineup tonight will be Chloe Lemons, the 5'8" junior. Kate Hoover is a 5'6" middle hitter. She's a junior. Abby Cox is a 5'6" middle hitter. Katie Cox is just a sophomore, 5'9", middle hitter. And then a 5'6" outside hitter, Michaela Jennings. Jennings is a junior. And then at the libero position will be the 5'5" senior, Chloe Walston, for the Lady Sakis. We'll get this run underway. Tell you about Trash Queen. They'll bring you the scoreboard throughout the night tonight. Trash Queen offering affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters to Pike, Scott, Morgan, and the surrounding areas. Call to learn more at 217-320-4320 for Trash Queen. The Lady Sakis are in the black uniforms this evening with the red numbers and white trim. North Greene is in the blues with the white numbers here tonight. Referees ready to go. Student section returning to their perch. And we're just about ready to get underway with volleyball action on Central Illinois Sports. John, who will be serving first tonight?
I believe North Greene will be serving first tonight, Charlie. And
thanks, John. That's Paris Baker. Paris Baker going to go and ready to get us started tonight with the first serve of the evening. Baker waits for the officials to say we're ready to go. And the first serve is over the net. Hit by Cox, set by Marable, up for Lemons, and she'll put it down, but dug out nicely by North Greene. Paris Baker with the set. Across the net quickly, it goes to Marable. She'll tip it up for Kate Hoover, who will have the first kill of this evening and give the Lady Sakis an early 1-0 advantage. The first kill of the night for either team comes off of Kate Hoover. And serving it across for the Lady Sakis is Lemons. Dug out by Smith, set up, and now Barnard tries to send one over the net and hits it too far out of bounds. And a 2-0 lead for Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Barnard just a little bit long with that one. Again, Lemons on the serve. Hit up by Baker. Baker's dig attempt went shy of the net, and no one could recover it, and it's quickly 3-0 Pittsfield. Lemons again on a roll on the serve side, gets it across, set by Paris Baker again, and with the kill across is Sammy Poe, her first kill of this evening, as Sammy Poe for North Greene puts the Lady Spartans on the board. Really did a nice job, well, very forceful kill that time. Barnard will go back to set for North Greene. Dug out by Walston. Set by Marable for Pittsfield. Here's Katie Cox, a sophomore. She hits it across, but it's dug out nice on the other side by North Greene's Tori Smith. They'll send it back across the net. The Lady Sakis will score. Smith again tried for another dig. Could not do so. And it's 4-1 Pittsfield. Sub into the contest for North Greene is Peyton Mueller, the libero, wearing the white uniform for North Greene here tonight. Kate Hoover serving now for Pittsfield. Gets it across the net, and it looks to be in, and she gets the first ace of this evening. as Kate Hoover with the ace, the first of the contest.
Serve right at the back of the playing area.
Yeah, North Greene thought it was going to go out. Here's one across. Cassie Edwards sends it across, and diving for it is Marable. Could not get it across the net, and North Greene will get their second point of the night. Here comes Walston back into the game, replacing Hoover for Pittsfield. 5-2 the lead in this contest for the Lady Sockies. We'll get that scoreboard updated for you in just a moment. Here's an ace on the other side for North Greene, and that is going to be Cassie Edwards with her first ace of the night. We're fast and furious here at Volleyball Gym, and it is a 5-3 lead for the Lady Sockies. Edwards again to serve it across. It is set by Marable, trying to spike it across was, let's see, John Jennings. Her spike attempt was blocked, returned to the Lady Sockies, and they hit it wide, and a point for North Greene makes it 5-4. So North Greene trying to tie the contest up for the first time tonight on this attempt. Edwards sends it across. Bumped by Lemons, set and into what looks like the hands of Cox. She hit it out of bounds, and this game is now tied at 5. 5-5 score here in the first game of the night. Edwards doing a nice job of the serving. Hits it across, bumped by Walston. Tipped across the net by Marable, and in for a point for the Lady Sockies. They take the advantage 6-5. Here's Caitlin Ramsey into the contest for the first time for North Greene as she replaces Edwards, who really did a nice job on the serving side. 6-5 lead for Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Ball across the net to Lemons, set by Marable as Katie Cox tried to spike it down, but dug out nicely by North Greene. Marable again sets it up for Cox. Again, another nice block by North Greene's Caitlin Ramsey, but it's sent back across by the Lady Sockies. Here's Smith. She will put it down for the kill. And this game tied at 6. Good contest so far, John.
It has been, Charlie. A lot of back and forth play here. Good volleys.
We're looking for a developer to develop a scoreboard for our system that updates a little smoother.
Yeah.
Bailey Berry will go back and have the serve attempt here for North Greene. As Berry puts the right-handed serve in the air. Up by Walson. Marable will hit it across the net. North Greene not expecting it. Little element of surprise that time. And gives the Lady Sockies a 7-6 advantage. They thought she was going to set that one up for one of the outside hitters to come and cross, but instead she just bumped it right over the top of the net. Here's a serve by Katie Cox. Taken by Bailey Berry. Set up nicely for Tori Smith, who will hit it down for North Greene. And Tori Smith, one of the two seniors on this team, has good length and has tied the game up at 7. 7 on the score on the Trash Queen scoreboard. On the serve this time, Hannah Sitton for North Greene. All serves have been good so far for both squads. The ball was set up for Kyla Hurt. She hit it across, but it was denied on the other side by the Lady Sockies, Michaela Jennings. And North Greene unable to recover the ball and makes it an 8-7 Pittsfield lead. Here's Walston on her first serve of the evening. Sends it across the net to Ramsey, set up by Berry. Hit across the net by Barnard. Back across it comes from the Lady Sockies. Is a nice hit by Kate Hoover. Bumped off of one of the North Greene Spartans and out of bounds and makes it a 9-7 lead for Pittsfield.
Now that ball hard enough to make it difficult to return for North Greene.
Alston again sends it across the net. This time setting it up is Bailey Berry. Across the net it goes. Marable with a little excuse me hit, and it goes back across the net. Lady Sockies on the return. Marable to set. It's going to be hit across by Lemons, but they'll say did she reach across? No, they'll say actually it was
North Greene reached across.
North Greene came across the net and makes it a 10-7 lead for Pittsfield. Walston again on the serve. Across it goes to Barnard. Barnard's going to get it back out the set, blocked by Lemons. Across the net it comes, though, for the Lady Sockies. Haley Smith set it up. Here's Hoover on the hit across for Pittsfield. Dug out nicely. Berry with the set. And she hit it across. It was taken right back down by Chloe Lemons, and Pittsfield has an 11-7 score, and we'll have a timeout taken by North Greene. We'll pause as well here in game number 1. It is Pittsfield 11, North Greene 7. Back with you after this.
Your kids are back to school doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your fitness routine. Illini Fitness is now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you're a busy parent, college student, night owl, or early riser, our hours now fit your schedule. Call to find out about our affordable memberships at 285-5635 or learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org/fitness. Illini Fitness, located at 128 West Washington Street in Pittsfield.
Well, a timeout taken here in game number 1. As the Lady Sockies of Pittsfield have an 11-7 advantage over North Greene. North Greene called the timeout. Allows us to remind you about Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield. Concrete lawn ornaments, statues, and fountains, and more. Stop by and see them, 285-5013. Walston with the serve, and the first service error of the night as this one goes wide and out of bounds and will be a point for North Greene. So we talked about one of the keys for Pittsfield, John, was to be better on the serving side. They had so far until that one went wide. Here's Tori Smith going to serve for North Greene with the overhand serve. Bumped by Smith on the other side for the Lady Sockies. Set by Marable and set too wide. And that will make it an 11-9 ball game. North Greene on the serve and on the short end right now.
Yeah, those sets are so important as you got to get them where your hitters want them.
Smith again, the right-hander, with the serve. A nice serve hit by Smith, saved in by Cox. Over the net it goes by Marable. Smith on the other side. Set up this time by Barry. Smith will hit it across. To the back line, it hit all the way off of Walston and went backwards out of bounds, and it makes it an 11-10 score. So North Greene with 3 straight points following the timeout, and they've cut Pittsfield's lead to 1, 11-10 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. And Smith has been impressive so far for North Greene. She'll send the serve across the net, and it is inbounds on the ace. And makes it 11-all. The Lady Sockies let that one go, thinking it was going to go wide. It did not, and we are tied at 11 points apiece. Smith trying to give North Greene their first lead of this contest. Another good serve hit by Katie Cox to Walston. They need to get it across. Cox will hit it from about the middle of the floor. Dug on the other side by Smith. She's back on her feet to hit it across after it was bumped by Hurt. Set up by Marable by the Lady Sockies to Hoover. Hoover's hit goes off of Sitton and out of bounds and gives Pittsfield a 12-11 advantage. Kate Hoover playing very well this evening so far for Pittsfield. To the back of the line goes Marable to serve for the Lady Sockies. Her first serve of the evening is a good one. Hit by Hurt. Set up by Barry, and across it goes by Smith, and that time it's wide and makes it a 13-11 Pittsfield lead.
Maybe wide and long both that time, Charlie.
13-11 here in game number 1. Marable again on the serve for Pittsfield. Across it goes, bumped by Smith, and it's going to hit into the net. Just a tough spot. Bailey Berry was kind of in that point of indecision. Couldn't decide if that was going to hit into the net or not, and it did, and then fell to the court. It makes it a 14-11 score. So Marable will serve once again. This one is long, and that will be a point for North Greene. Into the contest for the Lady Spartans, Paris Baker and Sammy Poe will return for North Greene. They trail 14-12, but are on the serve as Paris Baker will serve it up for the Lady Spartans. Across the net it goes to Katie Cox, set by Marable. Over to Lemons, who gets the kill. Spiked it down, nobody able to dig that one out for North Greene. Makes it 15-12 Pittsfield. And Lemons, who just had the kill, now is on the serve. Overhand it goes to Bailey, set up by Baker. And the attempted kill by Edwards is wide. Makes it 16-12 Pittsfield. Lemons again on the serve for the Lady Sockies. Across the net it goes. Hit by Sitton. It'll be set by Barry. To a very nice setup play to Jessica Barnard, who will get the kill to make it 16-13. Side out here to North Greene. Lady Spartans trailing by 3. Serving it up will be Jenna Barnard. And she'll get an ace, as a little lack of communication that time by Pittsfield allows the easy point for North Greene.
Now, Charlie, that's one thing that I do know about volleyball, and that communication is so important so that you don't run into one another and so that doesn't happen.
Barnard on the serve, and she's got her second ace in a row. She's hit both of those right into the opposite spike line. And Pittsfield, again, this lack of communication has made this a one-point game. Barnard on the serve. This one's a little longer. It'll be bumped by Lemons. All the way across the net it goes. Served up by Sitton. Served up again by Baker. And across the net on the kill by Sammy Poe. And this game is tied at 16. It's been close throughout. North Greene is yet to lead, but an opportunity here. As back again for the serve will go Jenna Barnard. Barnard on the serve for North Greene. Hit by Walston and out of bounds, and North Greene has their first advantage of the night. 17-16, Lady Spartans on the Trash Queen scoreboard. So Pittsfield had a 4 or 5 point lead earlier. That's evaporated. Now a 1 point advantage for North Greene. And Jenna Barnard with the serve. It's another good one. Dug out, though, by Lemons. Across the net it goes. Ball set up by Barry. And put down by Poe. Poe with another kill, and I do believe Pittsfield's Jill Cook wants a timeout. We'll pause as well. 18-16, North Greene with the advantage over Pittsfield. We're back with you after this.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Well, Jill Cook called the timeout for Pittsfield, John, as her team, with a little bit of sloppy play here, has allowed North Greene to take a 2 point lead, 18-16, late in game number 1.
I believe it's a 7 point swing, Charlie, as I believe the Lady Sockies' last largest lead was 5.
North Greene with their biggest lead of the contest right now, this 2 point advantage. And back to the serve will go Jenna Barnard. Across the net, hit by Cox to Marable, who set it across. On the other side, Sitton with the bump. Set up back to Sitton by Baker. Pittsfield recovers it. Sent back across by Katie Cox. In the back line to Smith. Set and to Edwards trying to with the kill. Bumped by Lemons. It'll go across on the left-hander in Abby Cox, her first point of the contest, and that'll make it an 18-17 ball game. Good volley there. Back in will come Michaela Jennings for Pittsfield in the front line. Here's Kate Hoover's serve. Dug by Sitton. Bumped and across from Sammy Poe. Dug out nice on the other side by Lemons. Right back to Poe to Lemons again for Pittsfield. And now the Lady Sockies are caught looking at one another, and the ball falls to the hard court, and it's 19-17 North Greene. Edwards on the serve for the Lady Spartans. Across for Pittsfield to Cox. That's Abby Cox from young Miss Katie Cox. Across it goes, and here comes Smith with a forceful kill that time for North Greene, and they lead 20-17. The momentum has definitely shifted in this contest in favor of the North Greene Lady Spartans. A 20-17 advantage in game number 1. Edwards on the serve, taken by Walston, set by Marable. Here's Katie Cox, just a nice little just tap over the top. First time she's kind of switched it up, John, and the element of surprise gets the point for the Lady Sockies.
Yeah, Smith's really brought the power for North Greene, but that time, just a little tip over and a point. Makes it 20-18.
Here's the left-hander, Abby Cox, across on the serve. Saved by Barry, and they'll call that a lift, and that will be a point for Pittsfield to cut it to a 1 point game, 20-19. Pittsfield trying to tie it up here. Abby Cox, the long serve, going to be taken by the libero Mueller. Hit to Baker. She'll send it across the net. The Lady Sockies will set it up. Marable to Cox, and again taps it over the top for a point. On the kill there. This game's tied at 20. 20-20 here in game number 1. Abby Cox on the serve. Across it goes, too long, and North Greene will get the point, 21-20. So Cox with a couple of good serves in a row. But that one went long, and North Greene up 21-20 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. And serving it will be Bailey Berry for the Lady Spartans. Berry is a sophomore. She's on the serve here for North Greene. Hop in her step. Across Lemons to Walston. Cox sends it across the net, taken by the libero Mueller. Going to be set here by Barry across from Smith. Couldn't get it across the net, though, as she kind of was caught in an awkward position, trying to hit it back over the top of her head. Goes into the net, and this game's tied at 21. Here's Katie Cox for Pittsfield on the serve. A long, hard, and it is in. Perfectly placed that time on the serve by the sophomore Cox, and that will force North Greene to call their second timeout. 22-21. Lady Sockies with the lead late in game one. We're back with you after this.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
Well, North Greene called the timeout as Pittsfield now has a 22-21 advantage. And if you're the Lady Sockies, I think you have to like who is on the serve right now, and Katie Cox, one of their better all-around athletes, who just had a perfect ace a moment ago. She puts her right hand into this one, going to be taken by the libero Mueller, set by Barry. Across it goes from Hurt, and Hurt is too long on that hit. Makes it 23-21 Pittsfield. Back to Katie Cox on the serve. Puts it across the top of the net. Set by Bailey. Up for Smith. Blocked by Lemons. And it's 24-21. And the Lady Sockies are a point away from taking game number one. Cox on the serve for Pittsfield with the serve. Mueller to Bailey. Sets it up for Smith. Into the net. And game one goes in favor of the Lady Sockies by the score of 25-21. An entertaining first contest, a back-and-forth battle, and Pittsfield takes game number one. We'll pause for a break here on Central Illinois Sports. It's about as close to anything as a halftime show you're going to get, John, so we'll refer to this as the Illini Community Hospital intermission break here. As Pittsfield takes game number one, we'll set you up for game two after this.
At Community Hospital, our goal is to provide high-quality medical care close to the communities we call home. Our team of providers and nurses are here to help guide you every step of the way to your healthcare journey with the personalized style of medicine you've come to expect from Illini. Illini is proud to welcome Dr. Esfaldo Wesley, oncologist, to our oncology team. He joins Sherry White, nurse practitioner, providing high-quality oncology care right here at home. For more information, visit IlliniHospital.org. Illini Community Hospital, proudly improving the health of our communities.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. Mid-USA Landscaping, serving all of Pike County for residential and commercial lawn care. Mid-USA Landscaping can beautify your lawn and property with proper treatment, spraying, seeding, and of course landscaping designs perfect for your home or business. Mid-USA donates to the local area Little League fields and sports fields at your schools, and they are the perfect fit for you. Call them today at 217-577-4900. That's 577-4900. Mid-USA Landscaping for you.
At Lanham Chiropractic, their mission is to ensure that they guide each patient to the possibility and enjoyment of a healthier you. Dr. Chris Lanham works together with each patient to identify the cause of the chiropractic issue and address it through chiropractic care, proper nutrition, and natural supplements, all while utilizing honest and trusting communication. If you're looking for a hands-on chiropractor who's proud to call this area home, call Dr. Chris Lanham at Lanham Chiropractic in Pittsfield at 217-285-6300.
Game number two just about ready to be underway as Marable will be on the serve for the Lady Sockies. Sends it across to Smith. Bumped and set here by Barry. Across it goes on the hit from Hurt. Dug out by Marable. Set by Lemons to Hoover, who puts it across, and the first point of this game, number two, goes the way of Pittsfield, 1-0. They took game one by a final of 25-21 against this North Greene Spartan squad. Marable again on the serve for Pittsfield. A nice serve. Taken by Smith. Set up by Berry to Edwards, who sends it across. Dug out on the other side by Cox. Set up for Hoover. Hoover on the hit is wide and out of bounds, and we're tied at 1. 1-1 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. North Greene doing some subbing. One of those young ladies that returns is Paris Baker, and she'll go to serve this one for North Greene. Serves it across the net. It's taken by Hoover. Set up for Cassidy Poor, who's in the game for the first time, and she's going to get her first score of the contest on the kill by Cassidy Poor. 2-1 Lady Sockies. So Jill Cook changing things up a little bit here in game number 2. Lemons on the serve for Pittsfield. Taken by Smith, hit across, and it's right across the net, just enough for Katie Cox to get the kill. And makes it a 3-1 score for Pittsfield. Cox can really jump. Lemons again on the serve. The righty from the left corner. Dug out by Smith. Sent across the net by Edwards. Oh, and right into the hands of Cox. Could not get it down, though. Again, Edwards tries to send it across. Diving for it to keep it alive was Poe. She comes up short, and it's 4-1 Pittsfield. So the Lady Sockies again with a quick start, as they had in game number 1, before actually seeing the lead diminish. And North Greene had a 3 or 4 point lead late in that contest before Pittsfield came back. Lemons again on the serve. Set up here by Baker. Dug on the other side by Lemons, and Lady Sockies are out of hits that time.
They'd have just let them have an extra, they'd have been over, Charlie.
They could have just had a mulligan. They would have been fine.
Oh, hey, wait, I want one more, please.
Not the way it goes. And North Greene on the serve as Barnard sends it across. Hit by Walston. Set by Marable for Cox. Cox tries to put it down, but it's saved nicely by Baker. Set up this time for Poe. Blocked by Cox. Spartans have to hit it across. It's the top of the net. Dug by Walston. Set by Marable for Katie Cox with the kill. For Pittsfield. Makes it 5-2. They're setting it up nicely for Cox here in game number 2. As the Lady Sockies lead 5-2. Kate Hoover on the serve now for Pittsfield. The right-hander sends it across. Smith with the bump. Over to Baker, who sends it across. It was a little off balance. Poor sets it up for Cox. The set was a little low. Blocked right back in. And Cox is, they're going to say, in violation there with the net. And a point will go to North Greene. Makes it 5-3. Edwards on the serve now for North Greene. Trailing by 2 are the Lady Spartans. Sends it across the net to Lemons. Set by Marable. All the way over it goes for the Lady Sockies. That is Jennings, and her hit came up a little bit short. And a point for North Greene. 5-4 the score. And the Lady Spartans with a chance to tie it up on this serve by Edwards. She had a couple of nice serves in game 1. Has another one here. And how about the fake set little, what do you call that, little okey doke, John?
I have no idea.
I don't know
Charlie.
what you refer to it as, but she kind of hit it behind her head. The deception move makes it 6-4. Looked like she was going to set it up. Instead, she sent it across the net. And to the court it went for points for the Lady Sockies. On the serve is Haley Smith. Smith sends it across, taken by North Greene's Ramsey. They've got to get it across this time, and doing so is Paris Baker with a really heads-up move, and she gets the point for her squad to make it 6-5. Baker knew she was running out of time and sent that one across with her back to the net. It gets the point for North Greene. On the serve is Bailey Berry for the Lady Spartans. She'll send the right-handed serve across the net. Set up nicely here by Marable as Cox, but she will have a hit that just, well, she saw it going differently in her head, and this game's tied at 6.
She ended up over the half line also, Charlie.
6-all in game 2. North Greene with a chance to take their first lead of this second game. Berry, dug by Lemons, goes across the net, back to Berry. Again, Lemons sends it right across on one hit. Smith sets it up. Berry was trying to go back on the ball. Smith was coming, or check that was Thompson coming in, and they almost collide, and it's a point for the Lady Sockies.
Again, communication so key in volleyball, Charlie.
Katie Cox on the serve for Pittsfield. She finished things out in the last contest. Here's the ball set up by Smith. Across it goes from Hannah Sitton. It'll be set by Lemons for Marable, who's able to get the score. Was it not? No, not Marable. Excuse me, Jennings. Jennings on the kill for Pittsfield. And makes it 8-6. Again, Katie Cox on the serve. And an ace for Cox. 9-6 Lady Sockies. So I told you at the end of game one, John, I'm not sure they'd rather have anybody but Cox on the serve, late or in crucial situations. And that serve a moment ago showed why. This ball dug out by the libero Mueller, set up by Barry, hit across the net by Sitton. For the Lady Sockies, Cox to Marable, set up Lemons, blocked on the other side by Smith. Back to Lemons, across it goes from Marable. Barry on the set for Hurt. Saved for the Lady Sockies by Walston. The Marable off balance will get it across for Lemons. Ball blocked across though, but out of bounds. Caitlin Ramsey on the block, but it went wide, and the Lady Sockies will gain the point. 10-6. Pittsfield on the serve here. And an opportunity to tie a shoe in this contest for Pittsfield. And we're back to live action. Katie Cox is a little bit long this time on the serve. And that'll be side out to North Greene. 10-7 the score. Steve Smith Painting, for all of your painting needs, from one room to the whole house, from a fence to a barn or grain bin, Steve Smith Painting can do it all. Quality work, affordable pricing, 248-0993. On the serve, the Lady Sockies recover, send it back across. Bailey Berry sets it up for North Greene into the hands of Barnard. She tried the kill, but it was dug out nicely by Pittsfield's Lemons. Lemons will get it set back up for her, and she'll get the kill on the other side to make it 11-7 Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Chloe Lemons having a nice night for the Lady Sockies, and that'll set up Chloe Walston on the serve. Hit by Barnard. She was kind of in that spot of indecision. Does she stay on her feet? Does she go to the ground? And she hit it the opposite direction of the net and makes it a 12-7 score. 12-7 Ladies Sockies. On the serve again, Walston. Set from the back row into the front row to Barry. She'll send it across. Will Baker. Now trying to hit it back across was Cox. Hits it right into the net. And that'll be a point for North Greene to make the score 12-8. 12-8 Pittsfield. Here in game number 2, Pittsfield won game 1 if you're just joining us on Central Illinois Sports. Smith is on the serve for North Greene. Tori Smith, forceful serve, hits the top of the net and goes to the court. That'll be a point for North Greene, 12-9. 12-9 the score.
You could find a way to do that every time. It would be tough to return.
She'll hit this one, though. As you could tell, she was trying to adjust, John. She was short on the last one and just got it across. This one, she's long on the serve. And it's a point for Pittsfield, 13-9, and they'll be with the ball on the offensive attack as Josie Marable will be in the serving position. She'll hit it toward the right side of the court. Set up by Barry to Hurt. Hurt hits it across. Marable sets it from the back row to Poor to Hoover. Dug out nice on the other side by North Greene's Hannah Sitton. The Lady Sockies send it back across, though, by Hoover, and they get the point. Make it 14-9. 14-9 Pittsfield. Marable again on the serve for the red and black squad. And this one is too long, out of bounds. It makes it a 14-10 score. Serving has been one of the weaknesses for the Lady Sockies this season, but really just less than a handful even of service errors here tonight. Paris Baker takes her turn at the serve for North Greene, and she'll hit one out of bounds. Ooh, no, they'll say it was touched by Poor, and it'll be a point for North Greene. Excuse me. Poor's didn't look like she was expecting that ball to come her way. 14-11. Baker again on the serve. Hits it this time out of bounds. Nobody touched it, and that will make it a 15-11 score on the service error by the Lady Spartans. 15-11 Pittsfield.
A very good team will pick that player that they think isn't ready for it, and they'll hit it to them sometimes over and over again until they prove they can return it.
Lemons had the serve for the Lady Sockies. Baker tried to set it up, and nobody came to hit it across as it falls on the net side of North Greene, makes it 16-11. Lemons on the serve. Bumped by Sitton. Again by Baker. Edwards sends it across. Blocked by Katie Cox. And the Lady Sockies now have a 6-point lead, 17-11. A little surprised North Greene doesn't want to call a timeout here, down by 6. Pittsfield on the serve. Lemons with it toward the back line, hit there by Sitton. Set up by Baker. Across the net it goes from the lefty Poe. Marable will set up for Cox on the kill. And when she's able to hit that one at the apex of the jump, John, it is very tough to dig it out. 18-11 Pittsfield on top. A timeout by North Greene. We're back with you after this.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
John, do you know what night it is?
What night is it?
Well, John, at Bowler's Universe tonight on Thursdays, today and always, it's $5 cheeseburger and curly fry night.
Why are we not there, Charlie, eating cheeseburgers and curly fries? Because we're here.
That's where we're headed after the game.
Okay, that sounds good.
Half-price apps tomorrow from 6 to 9 at Bowler's Universe. They also have their daily lunch special, sandwich, fries, and drink, $9. Check them out. Bowler's Universe in Pittsfield. It is an 18-11 lead for Pittsfield in game number 2. They won game 1, so trying to make it in straight contest here against North Greene. Lemons with the serve. This one looks like it's headed long, but it is hit by Smith. This Lady Spartans will send it across. Nice play by Poe. Poor sets it up for the Lady Sockies to Cox. Just was set up in a spot. She wasn't close enough to the net to send it across, and into the net it goes. Makes it 18-12. Side out to North Greene. On the serve will be Jenna Barnard. She'll send it across the net. Cox with the bump to Poor. Poor sends it toward the sideline. Hit nicely across by Walston to Barnard. The set here by Baker. Over for Poe. Across it goes, and the hit that time from Walston, I do believe, just goes to the scores table and makes it 18-13 as the ball went out of bounds.
Walston and Marable were both there. They kind of didn't talk enough there and ended up not hitting it solid.
Barnard. Serve comes right back across on the hit from Lemons. Set up by Baker. Across it goes to Pittsfield's Cox. She'll send it right back across the net. The set by Poe this time. Over on the left side to Sitton. Out of the back line it comes from Lemons. Set up for Kate Hoover. He'll get the kill from the left side. Outside left and makes it 19-13 Pittsfield. The Lady Sockies on the serve. And Hoover will have the ball ready for a serve. In for the Lady Sockies for the first time, Quinn Phillips.
She's a senior.
As she replaces Jennings. Hoover on the serve for Pittsfield. Sends it across the net. Going to be bumped by Sitton. Set up by Baker for Sitton. She hits it across the net. Hoover set by Marable to Poor. Poor tries to put it down and is unable to do so. Makes it a 19-14 score. Here's Hoover taking a seat as Walston returns for Pittsfield. It'll be North Greene on the serve, and that's Cassie Edwards. Edwards is a junior for the squad. Junior laden team is North Greene. Edwards with a serve. Walston will bump it high and too high that time. Marable was trying to get it right at the net. Was unable to do so, and it's 19-15.
Yeah, just left Marable in an odd position. She couldn't really get to it either way.
North Greene's down a game here, so trying to make a comeback in game 2 to force a game 3. Edwards on the serve. Hit by Lemons in the back row. To Cox, set up for Phillips, who sends it across. Edwards on the other side, set here by Baker. Trying to set up Sitton, and Sitton unable to get high enough on the jump, hits it into the net, and it's a 20-15 lead for Pittsfield, and they'll also have the serve. Poor will head to the bench, as Haley Smith will come into the contest for the Lady Sockies.
Even if she would have been able to get it over the net, I think Cox was right there to block it.
Smith on the serve, a good serve here, dug out nicely by North Greene. Sitton. Set up for Smith. Across it goes to Lemons, and her shot was just a little bit too much of a line drive toward the net, and the Lady Sockies unable to recover it. Makes it 20-16 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. So North Greene down 4. On the serve here is Bailey Berry. Another sophomore for this North Greene squad is Berry, the right-hander. Daughter of Brett Berry, former basketball coach, athletic director at North Greene. Good serve. Marable sets it up, goes to Cox, and Cox will hit a shot that didn't get across the net. Makes it 20-17. You wonder for a moment if she lost track of how many times they'd hit the ball that time, because that one looked like she was trying to set it up for somebody else for the spike. Berry again on the serve. Coming toward the front line was Lemons. Sent across by Cox. Set up by Hurt for Smith. Dug out by Lemons. Right across the go. Smith on the set this time for Barry. Over to Hurt, whose shot goes into the net. And the point for Pittsfield. They lead by 4 again, 21-17.
And guess who's serving, Charlie?
Katie Cox. Got him right where they want him, right? That time Mueller tried to dig that one out, and it came up and hit off her hands right into the chin. It's a 22-17.
Volleyball's a rough sport when you beat yourself up with the ball.
Cox again on the serve. She gets a little something extra behind it. It's hit by Ramsey to the libero Mueller. Has to go across now. Smith sends it across to Cox. Set up by Marable for Lemons, and her hit is long and out of bounds. 22-18. North Greene down by 4. They'll have the serve here by Hannah Sitton. Close game here in game 2. Game 1 was a close one throughout. Sitton sends it across, hit by Walston, and into the net. She tried to dive to dig it. And into the net it goes, 22-19. And North Greene trying to stage a comeback late in this contest. Trying to force a game 3 here at Voschel Gym. Sitting on the serve, a little jump serve. She'll hit it across. Smith on the hit. Across it goes from Marable. In the back row to Ramsey. That's got to go across this time to Barry. All the way into the back row, the Lady Sockies. Walston to Marable. Set up for Phillips, trying to kill. Dug out nicely on the other side by Sitton. They'll set her right back up in the middle, and she'll hit it out of bounds. That makes it 23-19. Pittsfield. Phillips takes a chair. As back into the contest, Kate Hoover for the Lady Sockies. Walston's on the serve. Pittsfield 2 points away from a win here. Walston's serve goes across the net, hit by Barnard. I'll set Barnard back up a little, just two-handed tap back over the net. Walston setting up Marable, and getting out of the way of that one. She knew it was going wide, was Sitton. I don't believe she touched the ball. She did not, and it makes it 23-20. So North Greene not going away yet. Into the contest, Edwards returns for North Greene. Is that Smith on the serve? I do believe it is. Probably one of their better servers. Hits it across. Cox sends it high. They'll set it up for Hoover. Across it goes. Barnard sends a ball across the net now. Taken in the back row by Walston. Here's Marable on a good set to Lemons. Partially blocked as it came across by Edwards. They'll set Edwards right back up. Blocked on the other side by Lemons. And it's 24-20. The Lady Sockies are 1 point away from their 5th victory of the season. 1 point away here, and Josie Marable is on the serve for Pittsfield. It's the right hand into this one, and into the net it goes, and allows North Greene a chance for a serve, 24-21. Again, the Lady Sockies have really cut down the service errors here tonight, but that one could be costly. North Greene could get a couple of good serves in a row here by Paris Baker. Baker to serve it up. The right-hander sends it into the net, and just like that, it doesn't go across, and this game has come to an end. The Lady Sockies won it in straight games, 25-21, 25-21. The final in both contests. Pittsfield improves to 5-7 on the season. North Greene drops to 3-7. And we'll wrap it up after a timeout on the Geared Up postgame show on Central Illinois Sports.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards. For delicious, authentic Italian pizza and pasta, it's Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield. From delicious appetizers to a wide selection of specialty pizzas and pastas, Gianni's has something everyone will enjoy. Take advantage of the Gianni's Pizza Special, where you can order any extra large pizza and receive a free small one-topping pizza. For carryout or delivery, call 285-4002. That's 285-4002 for Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield.
Abney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Abney Home Improvements, 100% satisfaction is what we build our business on.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Well, we welcome you back on Central Illinois Sports for the Geared Up post-game show. The Lady Sockies, John, in 2 games. Take this one over the North Greene Lady Spartans, 25-21, 25-21. The first contest got out to a 7-point lead, I do believe, at one time. North Greene came storming back, took a lead in that contest, and then Pittsfield, after the timeout, coolly and collectively come back and win that contest. And in game 2, the Lady Sockies built an early lead and never relinquished it. And a really solid night here tonight for Pittsfield.
Yeah, Carla, they did a nice job of improving the things that I think they were probably had been working on, and did a nice job of getting the win.
And we're definitely congratulating the Lady Sockies. And a really good game by North Greene as well. I mean, I think this one was very competitive throughout the night tonight. And this North Greene squad, John, just 2 seniors on the team. This is the team that looks to be building for a pretty successful run down the stretch in this season, and what could be a very successful year next year.
Yeah, they really do play the strategy game of volleyball pretty well, it seems like, Charlie, as they do a pretty good job of getting that dig and then getting it to their setter, getting their setter to put it where her hitters want it.
Well, 25-21, 25-21, the Lady Sockies in straight games over this North Greene squad on Central Illinois Sports, and we will bid you farewell. We thank our sponsors of tonight's broadcast, Real Net and Twine, Steve Smith Painting, Bowlers Universe, Pike County Express, the City of Pittsfield, Fellowship of Christian Athletes of West Central Illinois, Best Systems Insulators, Trash Queen, Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, Cascom, Pike County Real Estate, Niebuhr Funeral Home, Illini Community Hospital, State Farm Insurance Agent Rod Prentice, Mid-USA Landscaping, Lanham Chiropractic, John Petty & Sons Customs Builders, Geared Up Custom Apparel and Awards, Gianni's Pizza, and Abney Home Improvement. Again, final in the contest, the Lady Sockies in straight games over North Greene, 25-21, 25-21 for John Hull. I'm Charlie Hull, another Central Illinois Sports presentation.